Hello everyone and welcome to week 9 of the Snead Tombstone Game Farm Street Stock Series here in Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Tonight you'll join me at the 1.5 in length Charlotte Motor Speedway Oval for the Street Stocks tonight, one of their quote-unquote super speedway races. It's going to be flat out high speed action here tonight, and qualifying obviously underway right now. On screen, Patsy Catalano putting in his laps. Now, if you joined us back at, I think, the last one was Dover. I forget which channel that would be on. But Dover was the other super speedway race so far this season. And, well, let's just say it got a little hectic. And these cars in pack racing mix really well and not well at the same time, if that makes any sense. But I'm really excited for tonight. It's going to be some really exciting racing, no matter how it goes. Looks like Patsy's first lap going to be a 36.8. Puts him second on the board. Thurio jumps him with a 36.79, and his second lap will be not faster, a 36.81, so he remains second as Andrix jumps him with a 36.77. Nathan Lafayette on track. Michael Edwards jumps up to second on the board with a 36.79. Evers jumps up to fourth. And across the line for Lafayette. Second lap will be a 36.85 as well. So it looks like the first lap's going to be your money lap. 6.89 there for Delgado. Cody Brown can finish up his second lap. Blake Iglio jumps up to fourth on his first lap. So if we learned anything from these qualifying laps so far, it's that you got to get set it on the first lap, and if you don't get it, you're stuck where you're at, unless you catch it early and maybe restart for the second lap. Cliff Mullins starting out his laps. What kind of time he can put in. There he goes, starts his first time lap right here. Got plenty of time to finish this up. Lap number 1 for Mullins will be 36.90, so 13th at the moment. Only qualifier out on track right now. Let's see if he can improve with his second lap.
All right, looks like most everybody is done. So, welcome to the Charlotte 75. 75 miles, 50 laps. You've got one faster pair, 2 sets of tires in the pits. Leader has lane choice on the restarts. First initial start is on the flagman. There are no heats tonight. This is a super speedway. Got a lot of cars.
Number 2, a 36.89, so he goes a little bit faster.
Fun.
Alrighty. So as the drivers get set on the grid, take a look at our race info here and our weather. You know, pretty calm conditions, only 4 miles an hour and 77 degrees, so nothing really crazy. Shouldn't play a factor tonight. That's pretty typical weather. So these guys just got to worry about each other and what they're doing. Obviously, you heard in the drivers meeting there will not be heat racing tonight. So all 23 drivers going to get set on the grid. Ready. Go over our grid for tonight's race. On the pole, Alec Andrix, I'm sorry. 36.77 puts him on the pole position for tonight. Michael Edwards going to start on his outside, and number 14. Behind them, Peter Thurio, 28, going to start third. Blake Giglio on his outside in fourth. Ethan Evers going to start fifth and third row tonight alongside him. Patsy Catalano in the fourth. Daniel Llewellyn going to start seventh tonight in the fourth row. Nathan Lafayette outside of him in eighth. Zachary Marchison going to start ninth tonight alongside Cody Brown in 10th. Christian Delgado going to start in 11th tonight alongside, apologize for that, alongside Cliff Mullins in the 37. Adam Crozier going to start 13th tonight in the 45 machine alongside him. Matt Benke in the 35 car. Justin Horton going to start behind them in 15th. Jake Lawrence going to start in 16th. Andrew Floyd going to start 17th tonight. Spencer Gray 18th. Jackson Carr in 19th. Jeremy Clapper 20th. Looks like Dave Hoytsman going to start 21st tonight. And Scott Elston in 22nd. Gotta go. And Willie Mashburn are going to round out our 23 car field tonight. All right, let's get back up to the front because they're getting ready to go green.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out. Michael Edwards got it on a little bit too early, but before the green flag came out. Hopefully did not get a black flag. But here they go into turn number 1. 13-14 side by side. Looks like the 13 going to nose out in front for the moment. And down the backstretch. Double file all the way through the field. Still side by side, Michael Edwards trying to get up front. Blake Giglio gonna nose it to his outside. Can't really decide if he wants to go make a third lane or not. He tucks behind the 14 and continues to push him. Wiggling down the backstretch, back of the field, kind of disorganized, so that just leaves the front, I'd say 7 or 8 in a line, and now they're getting disorganized. Daniel Llewellyn up to the high side of the racetrack, 3 and 4. To the front still. Nose to tail. Blake Giglio jumps right in front of the 4, Patsy Catalano. That was a mere inches between contacts. Now Giglio going to be behind the 13, pushing him on that inside lane. Michael Edwards going to get help from Catalano, who basically swapped positions with Giglio. Catalano jumps to the outside, makes a third lane with no help, and jumps back down behind the 14. The inside lane is way more organized at the moment than the outside. It's only 2 cars really up there. Whole field pretty much nose to tail still. You have a few people who have fallen off of the main pack. Looks like Adam Crozier had to take it down pit road. Not sure what happened there, but he's going to be at least 1 lap down. Then we got Spencer Gray, Scott Elston, Asher Brennan all riding in the line, kind of staying out of trouble. Pretty smart. It's pretty much a super speedway race, so you kind of want to stay toward the back. but pretty much the rest of the field all up in the action. Catalano again to the high side. Can't really do much when there's nobody helping you. Oh, 35 looks like he got loose. Oh, they're wrecking in turn 2. Cliff Mullins, one of those around. Jeremy Clapper as well. Heavy damage for the 26 and the 21. A lot of cars have damage right here. The caution waves. Lap number 6. Try to get a number on those with damage. So we got 26, 21. The 11 I know has a little bit. Looks like the 12 is clean. The 79 with a little bit of right front damage and left front. A little bit of front end as a whole. 85. I think that car is clean. The 37 for sure. The 56 of Jake Lawrence. The 35, I think that's where it started. 67. So probably 7 or 8 cars with decent damage right there. And everybody taking it down pit road. Looks like Evers and Edwards going to be the only 2 to stay out right here. So these guys may have a fuel number they're trying to hit. That's what it seems like to me.
Lucky dog going high.
Rozier gets the lucky dog right there. Did not get lapped again before the caution came out, so he's able to get back on the lead lap, luckily.
Dude, if it boxes later in the pit road, go on the right, not the left. Thank you.
You see my hood now, Blake?
All right, let's take a look at what happens.
What do you think about that?
Let me some Ryan
Should
Newman.
start around the 35 car. No, it starts around the 67. I was wrong. Saw the 35 get loose in the corner. I thought it might have been around there, but he actually saved it and was fine. So here we're going to be looking right. The 67 and the 37. 37 tags the 67's bumper. 67 into the 68. And then everybody made contact. On board with Mullins. Just kind of stuck his nose in there. Bump and run on a super speedway. Not usually a good idea. On board with the 79. And just got kind of sent in there. Probably had it missed, but I think some people behind him didn't see it or something. Alrighty. We are under caution for the first time tonight. Hey, Cliff Mullins, it's Lucas. Got a copy?
Cliff, where's Trenton at?
Well, man, bumpy start to the race, but Looks like got the car fixed up. Pit crew went to work on it, man. What happened there?
Well, I was bottom 3 wide for one thing, and then 68 was on the outside. I mean, I don't know if he checked up in front of me or what, but the 67 was just right there, and I just saw the back end of him kind of get out from under him, and like he tried to chase up the track, and I just couldn't get it out of it quick enough to stay off of him. I think, but like, it's kind of hard to tell where the front of these damn things are anyway.
Absolutely, I hear you on that, man. Well, got a little bit of right front damage, it looks like, still, but do you think the car's good enough to keep going?
Well, we're going to find out right here on this right here. But it definitely wasn't a bump and run in the middle of a corner on a super speedway in a street stock, okay? It definitely was not that.
Okay. I trust you. All right, good luck here, man.
Yep.
He is poking fun at what I said in the moment. Now you wrecked him, Cliff. All right, so the field back double file. We're gonna go green this time by. Should go green with exactly 40 laps to go. All 23 cars still on the lead lap. Anybody's race. But obviously, as with Mullins, a lot of cars back here saving the fast repair, fixed the optional on their car, and they're probably going to be hurting a little bit on this restart. But only one way to find out, that's to get up to speed. So here they go. Michael Edwards starts from the outside lane. And we're green once again here at Charlotte. Alright, so hard racing already as we finish one green flag lap off the restart. The 8 and the 16 just laying into those bumpers of the leaders. How long can they keep that up before a push goes wrong? Michael Edwards trying to hold on to that lead, using that bottom lane. Seems to be the stronger lane all night. But outside does hold strong on that backstretch. Seems like these lines kind of just stay even with each other. Kind of like how the trucks do and Xfinity cars in real life in the Cup Series. Two lanes that kind of just can't get away from each other. I say that, but looks like the top 9 have broken away from the rest of the field. So 10th on back, looks like 10th and 11 barely hanging on to the draft, and then Scott Elston, Lafayette, Horton, Floyd, and then back here looks like a bunch of cars with damage in their own little pack. It looks like Dave Hoytsman's out of the race, so we've lost one. Oh, they're wrecking in 3 and 4. That's going to be a caution. The wrecked car is wrecked again.
Never fails to amaze me.
Wow.
Oh, blame iRacing.
Oh, that's not the right color. Okay.
I mean,
I apologize for that.
Really washed up into.
Yeah, that happens in iRacing, you know?
We'll have to
Yeah,
fix
it's
that.
called being smarter than the car.
This guy's not happy on the radio.
You
We'll
get,
see
you
what
get
happens
really
later.
airtight if you're behind someone in this car. So if you
So the
He wasn't
21
behind
washes
me.
up a little bit.
Well, being airtight.
And well, then they
You were
just
all
come
over my door
together.
too. What do you expect when you're all over my door?
35 gets tagged in it.
You
He
to
gets
actually
tagged
hold your
for
line and
45.
not
Looks like
wash
the
up into
45
somebody, because you know
broke
you
a
need to be
control
safe
arm.
when you're racing, because that's how it works
So
out.
he's gonna have to take a fast spare if he doesn't have one already.
Know how to drive the car instead of washing up and wrecking everybody.
If he hasn't already. Sorry about that. Looks like we go back live. Everybody coming back down pit road and wrecking on pit entry, looks like as well.
You clear my black bag for passing you, please.
See if that's what I thought it was.
I will once I get to my pit.
Okay, now he's just letting him by. All right. You know, you never know. My overlay says he crashed, but it's really just because he slowed down. It's like a majority of the field coming down pit road right here. You want to see what happened to Dave right here? So he's got a clean car right here. Can't find the car. That didn't work right. I'm having a good time today. Okay, so the quad oval not being nice to him. I want to see. Oh yeah, looks like 21 took it 3 wide. Street stocks don't drive the best. They're actually 4 wide, I think, for a moment. So those guys back there racing for the win, like. Looks like gonna be another 2 pace laps for us here. So let's get a word with Blake Giglio, see what he's got to say, our in-race reporter for tonight. Hey Blake, it's Lucas, got me?
Oh, hello.
Hey man, well, in-race reporter tonight, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, it's a wide open, pushy push, and I think if you're in the front 2 lanes, you'll win the race.
Okay, so it's kind of can't really move up through the pack if you're stuck back there, just kind of the lanes sit where they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think, but I'm not a very good plate racer, so I would not know.
Yeah, we know.
So, yeah, we're really tight on fuel, but I stayed out because I want track position, and if I run out of fuel, I'm going to do it in front of the field.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's nice to hear. That's what I was going to ask. Did you stay out thinking you could make it, or you think it's going to be close?
I have like a lap to the good right now. Maybe.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're good.
No, but that's saving. That's not wide open.
Well, I'll be looking out for that number 16 tonight. Hopefully, you can do a lot better than your twin out there right now. So. Oh, you know what? Your twin's back there in 4th. Never mind. I take it back. I just assumed he was wrecking.
Do you know if there's lane choice in this league?
I have no idea, so don't take my word for it.
Is there lane choice?
Yeah.
There is.
So there is, Blake.
Yeah.
There is. I knew that.
Take the top.
And he takes the top. All right. Good luck, Blake.
Listen, I got my teammate behind me in the iRacing, so we're gonna be able to do this thing.
Okay. All right. Well, excited to see it.
You're not, but all right.
You see those 2 matching iRock Camaros over there. Sure, Daniel will push him just fine, and those 2 won't wreck right here. Poor Daniel. Always hating on him. He's having a good night right now. Hopefully he can keep it up. Gonna be at halfway in just a little bit here, so this race kind of flying by, even with the cautions. And this restart going to be in the hands of Blake Giglio, the number 16, with his teammate right behind him. And he's going to step on it right as pace car pulls off. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. And Giglio with a great start, but he does lose his teammate who has to drop back in behind the 17. The field really spread out right here. I don't think anybody was ready for how early he was going to go. And there's single file pretty much all the way through. And 30 laps to go this time by. Giglio leading his first laps tonight under green. Looks like Llewellyn going to make the move to the outside of Cody Brown with help from Catalano. They're going to make that outside lane try to be as prevalent as it was before. Right now is the time to make moves. That outside lane we've seen is very viable tonight, so if you can get up there, you're probably going to stay there for the rest of the race, assuming a caution doesn't come out. Giglio went up to block a little bit. That killed the outside lane's momentum. Daniel went way wide, and Catalano was forced to jump down. And that leaves Daniel on the outside all by himself. Billboard blocked that push. So they're pushing hard up front. Catalano, I mean, we call it a super speedway race, but I think this is more similar to maybe an Atlanta race in real life as of recently. Looks like they're having a tough time keeping on the bottom in the corners, even though it is flat out. They're still having to wheel the car in the turns themselves. So definitely not a lot of pushing going on in the corners. Like Michael Edwards trying to make the outside work as well. Nobody is going to the outside really though. Only seen a few drivers try to make it work. Now we see the 13, the 28 try to work with the 14. The 00 also jumps to the outside. And now up front, Catalano being pushed by the 23 car, gets into him and turns them both into the outside wall. They're going to have some right side damage. Now 3 wide, Llewellyn on the outside. The 14 squeezed right in there. There's a lot of wiggling going on right there, but somehow they make it through. The 28 is the last car in this pack. Got Jackson Carr and the rest of the field all the way back here. So somehow the field got spread out again. Now the outside lane once again gets killed. Catalano trying his best to hold that outside. The 67 makes contact with him. Was able to save it. 67 has had a rough time tonight. Just getting beat all over the place. Now the 28 looked like he was going to help the 4, but then dove to the inside. Catalano and Edwards on the outside, trying to push up to the front. You know, it seems so easy to hold that outside at the start of this race, but nobody can seem to make it work now. 2 laps past halfway. 23 laps to go at the line right here. Looks like 4 cars on the top now. We'll see if that can make it work. Now we have another one jump to the outside. Looks like the 8 of Ethan Evers.
Right?
Something's going on back here. Jake Lawrence with heavy damage on that 56.
It's not that fucking hard, especially in these fucking things.
Hey, this is a family-friendly environment. I'm going to ask you to refrain from using those naughty words.
I'm not happy about something here.
Alex, shut up. You're the same fucking way.
Well, let's see
I'm
what
sorry, but I don't
happened.
think I've seen you already.
Not this race, but I've seen you in other series and you're the same way, so yeah.
It's 37 caught the
Sounds like you're
apron,
angry,
56 as well. 37 looks like made a mistake, and
Yeah, fucking wrong.
the
Fucking bear
21 and
for damn
56
sure.
come together.
Guys,
And,
seriously.
Well,
I
there
will
we go.
do this race right
That's
now,
the
and I
result.
will
First of this and that I'd love to.
Okay, Clapper, you're always right. You always know how to drive right, correct? You don't cause any issues, correct?
Jake
Every race,
Lawrence
huh?
just not happy on the radio.
I didn't say that.
Same for you too, Clapper. Second warning for everyone. Next one, it goes dark.
Alrighty, so we'll back up to the lead pack. That's where the good action's happening, and Catalano and Michael Edwards were able to get hooked up right here, get to the front, the 56 way off pace. Thought it was going to make contact with the leaders right there. Oh, the 4 car gets turned off the nose of the 14, up to the outside wall, and the rest of the pack's wrecking. Huge wreck on the front stretch. Somehow, everybody saves it pretty much. Catalano with a broken right front, and Michael Edwards with some heavy damage and went around. But everyone else somehow made it through. And I was just saying how they got hooked up and finally were able to drive to the front, and then tried to push in the corner. Let's take another look at that one.
Where's 17
Let's
car?
back it up from there. So
Waiting
right
on the
here,
4 car.
Edwards right on the rear
Hey,
bumper of the
get
4
the-
car.
get
The
the
4
4 car
car
you
got a
want,
little loose.
He's got right front
Checked
row.
up just a little bit, and that's all it takes. Lifted the rear end of the 4 up. He comes down into the 16. Then everybody starts wrecking. Then the 14 slides down into the 17. The 28 gets turned off the nose of the, looks like 98. Can't quite read that car number.
Imagine, I only had 3 tires and I managed to keep it off of everybody that passed me still, Clapper. Look at that.
Wow, I care so much.
Lawrence is still going on about that wreck.
Said use the apron if you were gonna do that.
Catalano trying to get it down to pit road. I think his engine might be blown up. It'd be a miracle if he got to his pit box right here. And I don't think he's able to steer. I don't know how he even got it into pit road. He has to tow it. Got close enough to pit road. I think that's going to help him a little bit. But while we were looking at that, Zachary Margison stays out and cycles up to the lead, but everybody else involved in that wreck had to come down pit road. Looks like we have Giglio, Cody Brown, Scott Elston, Jackson Carr, Cliff Mullins, Daniel Llewellyn all came down pit road right there, and everybody else stayed out.
No, no.
Oh yeah, it's getting spicy tonight. Charlotte's one of those tracks I remember from a few seasons ago. It got pretty spicy in these cars. I think everybody expects it to be a super speedway when they hear it. I think they forget back from when I assume they ran rookie class for officials and ran this racetrack. It's not that easy. You gotta actually drive the thing, and they're pushing so hard, and everybody's just, you know, riding in too wide constantly. It gets messy, and I think everybody needs to take a step back. You know, we got looks like gonna go green with 15 laps to go. And at 36 second lap times, that's gonna be another probably 10-ish minutes of racing. You know, you got time. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to, especially people back in 17th and 18th. You're not racing for that much anymore. You just got to hope for the caution. Don't try to be the caution.
Whatever. I think he caused the last one.
No, I didn't.
The one before that, I mean.
But pace car lights, I'm sorry, pace truck lights are out. And we're going to go green this time by.
Okay, you were part of it.
No, I missed that one. You're on the same track. I'm pretty sure Jake caused that one. Can you clear my black, please? Mr. State Farm, you have some explaining to do.
I didn't cause any of that. I stayed out of everybody.
That's not what I saw.
All right. So they go on to the front stretch
It
once
will
again.
stay dark for me.
Field in the hands of Zach Margison. And the green flag out once again. A little bit of checkups throughout the field. Margison with a head of steam. Was out to a half a second at the start-finish line. And the Ryan Newman 55 out front, under green. Pretty much every restart, I think we've had a new leader. And I think, statistically, they've been able to hold it for a fairly long time once they took it. So if he's good on fuel, and he gets some luck to go his way, he's in a really good spot to win this thing here. Therio gonna move out on him. Did not want to work with the 55. They're making that outside lane work. doing what they couldn't do in the last run. Still cannot figure out. I think that's the 69 car. Yeah, Christian Delgado in the 69. And that third row on the outside. But Peter Thurio leads the outside lane. Zachary Margison leads the race for the moment in the inside. Giglio to the inside of the 13. Those two make contact. That was a bit of a bump and run, pass in the grass kind of thing right there. And somehow everybody makes it through. And Spencer Gray, it looks like major issues for that 12. Not sure if he's just dropping back or if that car is hurt, but lost about 8 spots in the span of a lap. Now Giglio to the inside of the 00 there, 4 wide, and that doesn't work. The 00 and the 16 spin to the inside of the racetrack. Don't come back up, so the caution does come out. Okay. Somehow. Yeah, okay. So that was thrown by iRacing. I am surprised they were off the racing surface. But you saw it live. Giglio tried to make the move to the inside just as the 00 made the move to the inside of, I think, the 55, and, well, that equals 4 wide, and that doesn't work. So let's take another look at it from our blimp camera and see, speed it up a little bit. The 00 goes by the 55 on the inside or tries to block the 16, not sure which it was. But I think as soon as the 55 realized the 00 went to the inside, he tried to make that block. He comes down, touches the 00's right front, and then the 00 comes down into the 16, and by that time they have enough sideways momentum that they spin to the inside of the racetrack. And luckily the caution comes out for them. Otherwise they probably would have gone a lap or 2 down. Thurio able to take over the lead with that. Margison was able to hold on to second, so he wasn't really involved in it. Michael Edwards going to be the first taker on pit road. Split should work out. Yep, there we go. All right, we can see beyond 20th. If anybody's curious where their driver's running. Running low on employees over here at CTCRN. After we lost Josh.
Love you, Daniel.
Right. Well, let's get a word with Daniel Llewellyn, running 10th right now. We'll see what he's got to say.
I got a Jack and Coke for you tonight.
Hey, Daniel, it's Lucas. Got me?
What up?
Hey, man. Well, you're running in 10th here. Saw you up in the top 5 for a while there. You think you can get up front here with 8 laps to go and try to put your hat in the mix for the win?
Well, yeah, you know that other iRock that's in the field, he ain't gonna make it back up here. He's trash.
Yeah, he got a little impatient there and kind of wrecked the field. So,
well, you know him. He's a built-in trash can. That dude can't drive. Worth the shit.
Definitely not. But you look like you can drive here tonight, man.
Well, yeah, I drive American car. He doesn't. You know, when you drive American, you're driving for a winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't won yet, but, you know, maybe I'll win. You never know.
Well, I'm seeing you pit on lap 32, so you think you're good on fuel, good on tires to the end of this race?
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have took fuel, but I did because I was fixing like 25 seconds of repair, but I got new tires, fueled in, so I'm good to go.
Absolutely, man. Well, what's the route to the front, do you think? What's your plan here to get to the front of this pack?
Well, I think my route is to dump everybody in front of me.
Okay. Sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah, you know, use the chrome horn. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck. I'll see you in victory lane.
Yep, no problem. That or the junkyard.
Oh, man. I think that's the first time we've ever done a mid-race interview with Daniel here on this channel, so that was fun. I think we tried to do it once, but then he wrecked somebody under caution when we did it, so it didn't end up happening. Sorry, Daniel. Okay, looks like the field's going double file. We're going to go green this time. Bye. And see if we can finish this thing off of this restart. All right, field's gonna come out of turn 4. We're gonna get this thing restarted after our 4th caution of the night. And here we go. Field in the hands of Peter Thurio in the 28. And he's gonna wait a little bit longer than everybody else has. Enters at the start of the restart zone and puts his foot in it. And here we go. Side by side for second, Margison to the inside of the 69 of Delgado. And he'll have help from Ethan Evers in the number 8. Oh, the 55 got turned straight into the outside wall and gets plowed by the rest of the field. And it's just getting spicy in here still. Sorry I had the chat off right there, but chat was just re-enabled and they started talking crap again. And, well, I'm sure we'll lose it once again. Let's see what happened right there. I think it started around where the 55's at. I don't know what I'm doing right here. All right. 55. Oh! So the 28 got turned off the nose of the 69 car. See, right there is going to be bumper contact. 28 gets turned down into the 55. And those two make heavy contact with the outside wall. Then the rest of the field comes in trying to avoid it right here. The 85 had nowhere to go. 35, 00, 45, 26. But somehow, it looks like everybody else able to make it through. Almost a parking lot incident. Turned into, I mean, it was still a considerable amount of cars caught up in this one. But, let's look at one of the last cars to make it through. I think that's going to be Michael Edwards. and the 2 iRock cars. Go back, see what he saw right here. On board with Michael Edwards in the 14. Let's see, cars go flying up there. And he gets just down to the inside. The rest of the field gets smoked. Go on board with Daniel, who we just talked to right here. He's on the top lane, so luckily he's able to make it through. Just squeaks by those guys. And that's going to force the 28, the 55, both to take their fast repairs right there. And I'm sure a few other drivers. The 21 looks like has a new car, I think. I think he got that on the last caution, so he was not involved in this one. Catalano now 2 laps down. But, you know, didn't get involved in that one. If he can keep it where he is, he's the last car, or the first car to be a lap down, so should get a lucky dog if the situation arises. But that puts Ethan Evers in the lead of this race. Gonna use a green-white checkered, I'm sure, right here. See if we got Ethan in chat. We do, so we gotta work with Ethan. See what he's thinking right here. Hey Ethan, it's Lucas. Got me?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Getting ready to finish this race out in a green-white checkered. Starting on the front right here. What are your plans?
Basically keep it clean. I mean, I don't really know if I have friends in this one to help me. Well, I think the top would be better, but I'm just gonna choose the bottom here.
Right. Sounds like a plan, man. Well, so everybody get wrecked in front of you on a bad push. Gonna be kind of hoping that doesn't happen to you right here.
I mean, yeah, but that kind of started up top, you know, just a bad push up top, and they went into the inside car. So if I'm a Zach Margison here, that would be bad for me, right?
Yeah, definitely. But, well, the guy that pushed him is on the outside of you, so that's something to look out for.
Oh, great. You're giving me tons of confidence going into this.
Man, well, we're trying to do the reversed broadcaster's curse right here, so bad luck. Hope it doesn't end well for you.
Oh, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, crap. Wait, where were you? Oh, that was prime. All right. Good luck.
Okay, see ya.
All right, we'll see if Ethan can pull it off right here. And if I do look on the left side up there, you can see we will be using a green-white checkered right here. So we have 2 more attempts after this if they can't get it done on this one. But let's hope for our sanity they get it done right here. So there'll be a lot more cars in this. All right, pace truck gonna pull off. Field in the hands of Ethan Evers. And the green flag is out. Good run through the front stretch. 13 is right on his bumper. That's what he needs. But the 37, not a great restart. He's got a big gap up to the 13. Contact with the 17. Luckily, everybody makes it through. Don't know how that happened. The 2 iRacing cars lined up right there. We'll see if they can make something happen. But Evers trying to hold that bottom lane. Good push from the 13. Keeps him out front on the back stretch. The 69 has help from the 68, a Jackson car. Not sure about affiliations between those two. Like the car numbers are similar, but I'm not sure if they're working with each other. But they're sure working good right now. White flag is out. The 13 giving a good push to the 8 of Ethan Evers. I hear crashing in the background, but we're going to stay up front. 69 with a run on the outside, gets to the lead briefly into turn 3. The 8 off the nose of the 13, gets a little loose. The 68 not quite lined up with the 69. Here they come off turn 4, down the front stretch to the line. The 13 to the inside, the 8 in the middle, the 69 on the outside, and the 69 of Christian Delgado going to take home the win here at Charlotte.
I don't know what else to say.
So last lap pass on the outside. A great job from Delgado. The 13 left the 8 out. He did not push him to the line, and that killed the both of them. But that's going to give Delgado the win here tonight. That was a crazy finish. We'll have a replay up in just a few minutes. Going to get a word with our top 3 finishers before that. We will get a word with Ethan first in the waiting room. Hey Ethan, it's Lucas coming.
What up?
Well, man, we talked to you on the restart. Seemed like you had a pretty good shot at it, man, but just didn't get the help all the way up to the line. Came ever so close. Got second here tonight, but man, what a crazy finish. What was that from your perspective?
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was talking about before. I don't know these guys well, some of these guys well enough to know who was actually going to stay with me there, and I was kind of afraid Jackson. The reason why I didn't choose that high side was because I thought Jackson Carr might try to take me 3 wide, so that's why I didn't choose the high side. But then I don't know Alec well enough either, and he didn't really stick with me either. But I think if he stuck with me, we'd have got the win.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys had a great run coming off of 4, and once you went to the inside, kind of both of you just fell behind the 69, and he was able to drive right around you. But like you said, I think if he had stayed with you, you both probably would have had a good shot at it. But still a great run from you tonight. Got it home second, man. Anything else you want to say, or anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to the family watching. You know, thanks for broadcasting this, and thanks for Arca Break Adam for putting this on for us. First time racing street stocks this season, and I had a night off, so was able to do it, and it was pretty fun from my perspective. I don't know about everybody else's, but shout out to Delta Prime and all the sponsors that weren't on the car tonight. But I didn't have a paint for this, so it is what it is.
Gotcha, man. Well, thanks for talking with us. Congrats on the second, and see you later.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
That was Ethan Evers, second place finisher tonight. Get a word with Alec Andrix. Hey, Alec, it's Lucas coming.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just witnessed a great finish where you took home third here tonight, man. What was that last restart like for you, and how about the race overall?
Yeah, I heard the guy starting in front of me, starting in first gear. A little bit of a questioning choice. I don't think that was the best choice, so I decided to lay back a little bit, not to like plow him, which trying to be a good decision because it's a little bit slow there on the start. But I just need to thank all my sponsors, my mom, my dad, to help me get this far. I mean, I love the sport, and I just love doing it.
Absolutely. Looked like you had fun tonight. Took home a podium finish. You know, I don't know what happened between the inside lane there. It looked like they just kind of broke up, but you think there was, if anything happened between those guys, you think you were going to be there for the win?
Yeah, he slid up a couple times. I don't know what his name was, the guy in the first, but he slid up a few times. And I thought he was going to collect him, and I was going to go under him, but I tried to sneak down there off of 4, but I just got sent to the dog leg. But I didn't really expect much. Not much you can do if they're running side by side in front of you.
Absolutely, man. Well, took home with third tonight. Got anybody you want to shout out or any other things you want to say?
Yeah, shout out my great teammate Peter, leading the points right now. The best there is, plain and simple. Can't wait to see him lift the championship trophy at the end of the season. Absolute greatness.
Oh man! All right. Well, appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the third, and see you next week.
Hey, thanks, man. See ya.
All right. Well, that was Alec Andrix. I keep getting that wrong. I'm sorry, man. Something in my brain. I'm kind of stupid. All right. So we're gonna bring in the winner here tonight, Christian Delgado. What's going on, man? Oh, might not have him.
What's going on, man?
Hey, there he is. Well, he took home the win tonight. Got a great run on that outside and was able to get by those two on the inside. And got the win here at Charlotte, man. How's it feel?
It feels great, man. I haven't been able to race here a lot, but I thought I had a really good chance at Thompson and just ended up getting caught up in some things out of my doing. But I knew that being up there in the front four is really the place you wanted to be. And first thing I want to do is I want to apologize to my good friend Peter. Me and him practiced for 15, 20 minutes before the race started, and I had pushed him into the corner every time, and he could take it. I don't know what I did wrong or whatever happened, and I ended up taking him out of the battle for the win. So sorry, Peter, for that. I know that I didn't mean to do that, but I still feel bad about it. But after that caution, I had Jackson, kind of a teammate but kind of not, behind me, and I knew he was going to work with me. So I knew that as long as I could side draft the bottom lane going into and get the run off the top, I thought I had a good chance. Me and Jackson kind of got disconnected going out of 1 and 2 on the last lap, and I thought I kind of gave it away, but it looks like the 13 kind of left the leader out to dry on the bottom and kind of let me and Jackson get just that little bit of a nose out to give me the win.
For sure. Yeah, I think you guys still had a great run coming off 4. Would have been a lot closer for sure if the inside had stayed together, but you guys did a good job on that restart. Got a great push and took home the win here tonight, man. You got anybody you want to thank for the run?
Yeah, once again, I got to thank Peter. I mean, he works with me all the time, and we've been pretty good friends for a long time. And like I said, unfortunately, I crashed him out. Got to thank Jackson for pushing me up to the win there. Got to thank my team, Boston Motorsports. Unfortunately, Jeff and Sully couldn't make it today, but luckily I could bring the team home a win. Shout out to the Bean team. Got to thank my sponsors, Track Racer, Bully Dog Coffee Company, and I just signed with a new sponsor, a Steel Car Renovating. So thank you, Titan, for putting faith in me to put your stuff on my car. But once again, got to shout out you for the broadcast. You do such a great job every week putting on a show for the fans at home. Got to thank Adam for putting on this league, first season in the street stocks. And God, I love racing these things. They're so much fun. You can just race these cars so hard and get away with it. And as we saw today, you can really put on some exciting finishes. So
absolutely. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Christian Delgado getting the win here tonight at Charlotte. And, well, that was a very exciting finish. I want to take one more look at it. Results up on screen. Take one look through it. See. 17 cars finished on the lead lap. Right, we'll do one more replay of this final lap right here. Kind of keep an eye on the front. See, it was dead even at the line taking the white flag. Would have been a photo finish if that had been the checker, but of course we had to go one more lap, and things got a little crazy on that lap. I think an incident happens behind on the white flag. Yeah, it looks like the 23 and the 14 get caught up in an accident. You can see the 8 has a great run coming out of 4. And then the 13 dives to the inside. The 8 gets side drafted and loses his help. And the 69 just drives around him on the outside with some great help from the 68, I might add. And takes home the win. All right, well, that's going to do it for me here at Charlotte. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to catch the race next week. It should be on DG Swiss's channel on Twitch, so don't miss that. I'm going to grab which race it will be next week. It's going to be Irwindale Speedway here in the Street Stocks next week, so don't miss that. But that's going to do it for me tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then for the Modifieds on Tuesday, and in a few weeks again for the Street Stocks.